My husband didn't believe his mom lied, so I put her on speaker. My husband got into a car accident last week and broke his leg. He had to stay in the hospital, and it was just me and his mom taking turns visiting. Now, me and his mom, we don't get along at all. But every time I try to tell him how she treats me, he brushes it off and tells me I'm being paranoid. Anyway, he was complaining about the hospital food, said it tasted like nothing, and asked if I could bring him his favorite meal, a steak dish. Thing is, steak's expensive where we live, and I barely had time to breathe, let alone cook. I told him I'd see what I could do. That's when his mom chimed in with that smug tone, saying, if I'm truly a supportive wife, I'd find a way to make it happen. Later, when we stepped out of the room, her whole vibe changed. Suddenly, she was all soft-spoken and sweet, telling me I looked exhausted and should go home to rest, and that she would make the steak for him. I even asked, are you sure? And she goes, absolutely. Next day, I show up at the hospital, and my husband immediately asks why I didn't bring the steak. I tell him his mom offered to do it and told me not to worry. He blinks and says, Mom said that? I'm not buying it. Then he turns to her, she's sitting right there, and asks, Mom, did you say that? And this woman has the audacity to act confused. She goes, what? No, of course not. I'm not his wife. Why would I take over your responsibilities? My jaw dropped. My husband just stared at me like I was the crazy one. I waited until she left the room. Then I pulled out my phone, called her, and put her on speaker. I said, didn't you tell me you'd make the steak and I shouldn't worry about it? She goes, I did, but I obviously wasn't actually going to do it. I just wanted my son to see how his wife handles tough times, and you took the bait. My husband's face just went blank. Then he got pissed, called her later and told her she's not allowed to visit him anymore. She went nuclear, called me manipulative, posted a rant on Facebook saying I'm jealous, lazy, and keeping her from her son because I couldn't be bothered to cook. Now his whole family is coming after me.